Good evening. In a stunning turnaround, Victoria Police now say African crime gangs are a major threat and have ramped up efforts to control them. The move came as leaked polling showed community fear over the lawless thugs could see the Andrews government booted from office.
A police force and a minister in damage control.
We're in the arrest business, we're in the enforcement business, and we lock people up.
But just who those people are has been difficult to define. This was 3 days ago.
I don't accept for 1 minute that we do have gangs.
Then today came the backflip.
But they're behaving like street gangs, so let's call them that.
But that is what residents who've been living among the perils of youth crime have been calling them for 18 months.
Of course they're gangs. Yeah, of course they are. It's to label them anything else is unfair to the population in the West.
I acknowledge that some communities are feeling threatened. That's clear. That's what's played out in the media the last few days.
Sudanese community leaders still deny there is a gang problem.
No, we seemingly don't have an African gang problem. What we do have is young people who are disadvantaged, disengaged.
And while the government line was a repetitive list of what they've spent taxpayer dollars on,
we've funded the intelligence system that's about ensuring we're ahead of the game. We've funded the mobile technology. We've funded things like the bulletproof vehicles.
Residents say they're seeing little payoff.
They have destroyed everything, and if you go with family, the burglar type people are wandering here.
Even though he's on leave, Premier Daniel Andrews managed to tweet about wind farms today, but nothing about youth crime. And while his ministers deny it's an election issue, there's no doubt it will remain in the spotlight right up until November.
This year is a year of decision for Victorians, and Daniel Andrews needs to start heeding the message very quickly.
Chanel Vella, 7 News.
Police have pledged to stamp out suburban street gangs by locking up teenage thugs with the gang task force to investigate a spate of incidents involving African youths. It came as members of Melbourne's African community hit back at the Prime Minister. State political reporter Andrew Lund.
Stung by criticism in the wake of violent incidents involving African youths, today some tough talk from Police Command.
They're behaving like street gangs, so let's call them that. That's what they are. They're behaving like street gangs. We acknowledge that. We acknowledge there is an issue.
Police still don't consider the groups organised gangs, but they have warned their behaviour won't be tolerated.
We often hear the line, we can't arrest our way out of it. That's right, but nonetheless, arresting is going to be a significant component of what happens here to these young thugs, these criminals, if they keep offending.
African community leaders have voiced their support for police, but argue it's not just Africans causing problems.
In St Kilda last week, it was the same thing. There were the youth in St Kilda doing the same thing what happened in Windombell, and they were not Africans.
They've called for more support for disengaged teenagers and took a swipe at Malcolm Turnbull.
African community shouldn't be used as a political tool to win election. So Prime Minister need probably to man up.
But like it or not, youth crime will be an election issue for Labor seats such as Cranbourne, Narre Warren North, Narre Warren South, Melton and Tarneet, held by the government with margins ranging from 2.34% to 14.58%, and new candidates contesting all but one.
This year is a year of decision for Victorians, and Daniel Andrews needs to start heeding the message very quickly.
While there is a degree of nervousness within Labor ranks about the potential pain this issue could cause at the ballot box, there's also hope that the government's investment in police resources will be enough to turn things around.
My priority, the government's priority, is to put an end to this, to stop the fear.
The challenge for the government is to stop it before the election on November 24. Andrew Lund, 9 News.